Hi everyone, today I'm filming a Zooey Deschanel inspired makeup look because I really love her and I think her makeup always looks nice and fresh. And all it is like natural but defined eyes with rosy pink cheeks and lips. So that's what I'm going to do today and I hope you enjoy. The first thing I'm going to do is colour correct my skin using my GRAFTOBIAN colour corrector palette. And what colour correcting does is it just corrects the colour in your skin, and if you colour correct you might not need to use as much foundation because you always have the coverage already. So I'm starting off by using the green shade in the middle, and that's just going to go on any red areas I have. So for me that's my cheeks and my nose, but you can put this anywhere you have a bit of redness. And then I'm going to take a mixture of the orange and the yellow. I'm going to run that underneath my eyes, and this cancels out any purpley blue shadows underneath the eyes. And you could leave it at that if you wanted to, but I'm just going to apply a really small amount of foundation. This is the M&S foundation in the colour Ivory. And I'm going to take that on my Real Techniques buffing brush and just begin buffing that into the skin. And when you get to the areas you've applied the colour corrector, you just want to pat it, otherwise you'll disturb the colour corrector underneath. So if you just dab it around those areas, and then you can buff it anywhere else. And once you've applied the foundation, you can just apply a little bit of a concealer under your eyes. Obviously because you've got the darker colour under there, you want to put a lighter one over the top. So I'm just using my SANDLER Hide It Concealer, and this is in the shade 1. Okay, so we'll come back to the skin later. We're just going to move on to the eyes, and the first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes with MAC's Painterly Paint Pot, which is what I always use to prime my eyes. Now you don't have to use a primer, because I know some makeup brands will try and say that everyone needs a primer, really just to get you to spend more money. But actually, whether you need a primer or not depends on your skin type and how long your eyeshadows last naturally. For me, I have quite oily eyelids, so I find my eyeshadows, they don't last very long, and I find they crease really easily if I don't have a primer on. But if you think your eyeshadows last fine without a primer, then there's no need for you to apply a primer. It's just wasting money on things you don't need. So you can really assess whether you need a primer or not. And then I'm going to take my Sleek Primer palette, which just looks like this, and I'm going to take this orange colour here, and I'm going to run that on my lid. And she tends to wear quite orangey peachy colours across the lid, because if you look on a colour wheel, orange and blue are opposite from each other, which is why we use the orange to counteract the blue under the eyes. If you wear kind of orangey peachy eyeshadows, that actually brings out blue in your actual eye colour, which we all know Zooey has really blue eyes. So this is why she tends to wear quite a lot of orangey, peachy eyeshadows across the lid. And the eyeshadow I'm going to pop on top of that is All That Glitters by MAC, which has kind of got peachy undertones, which is going to be brought out more by the base we've applied. So on a Coastal Scents 250 brush, I'm just going to run that across the eyelid again. And then I'm just going to take this matte mid-tone by STILA called TOLIMA, and I'm just going to run that through the crease for a bit of definition and to blend out the lid colour. I'm doing that on an e.l.f. blending brush. For the lower lash line, I'm taking this shimmery brown by number 7, and it's called Truffle. I'm taking that on a pencil brush because she goes quite low underneath the eyes actually. I don't know if that's to make them look rounder or something. So I'm taking a pencil brush instead of like a flatter brush. This just takes quite low under the eyes. For eyeliner, I'm going to start off by taking my Nude eyeliner by RIMMEL and just running that on my waterline just to open up and make the eyes look bigger and brighter. And then I'm going to take my RIMMEL Glam Eyes Liquid Eyeliner and I'm going to apply that to my upper lash line, but I'm not winging it out at the corners. I'm just going to do a thin line just straight across, and this is going to help hide the lash band that for the lashes we're going to apply, but because she likes quite a rounded eye, we're not winging it out at all at the corners. Now for eyelashes, some people think she wears fake eyelashes and some people think those are her natural ones. I'm not sure, I've never looked into it, but either way they're really long and fluttery, so I'm going to apply fake ones because my natural ones aren't that long. So I'm going to start off by just applying my DIVADERME mascara. And the eyelashes I'm going to apply are the ones from Girls Aloud, and they're the CHERYL ones. And they're not over dramatic, they're just nice and full but still quite short. So I'm just going to apply those, and I'll be using my duo adhesive. This is the clear version. Okay, so I've let the glue dry in them for about a minute now. I'm just going to look down into a mirror. Place them on in the middle and let them sit there for just about 10-15 seconds, just so it attaches itself to the middle, so when you're pulling in either corner it doesn't disturb the middle. And then I'm just going to grab the corners and push them on. Okay, so while the glue on the eyelashes is drying, we can go ahead and do the face. So for blush, I'm taking this BECCA Beach Tint in the colour Watermelon, and it's for cheeks and lips, and it's just like a creamy kind of watery blush. Comes out like that, and I'm going to take that, pop it right on, ooh, I didn't realise I would have some on my finger, pop it right on the apples of my cheeks. Because she always has quite a rosy glow right on the apples of her cheeks. That's going to blend in some more gradually because it sinks into the skin. So I might have to come back and reapply that. I'm going to leave it a minute to see how it goes. And for lips, she has different lip colours sometimes. Sometimes she'll have like a baby pink, sometimes she'll have like a berry pink. So I'm using this colour by ELF, and it's called Classy, and this is more of a berry pink. So I'm just going to pop that on, and I'm going to blend with my finger. And I might actually pop a bit of the BECCA tint over it, just a really small amount. Okay, so here are the finished eyes, and then these are the cheeks and lips, and I didn't have to reapply the blush. It's still, I can still feel it sinking in, but I think that's going to turn out just right. So this is the completed look. It's really good for like daytime. If you didn't add the lashes, you could just wear this for an everyday look, especially great if you have blue eyes. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.